Can we take 1 minute and play that? You said it's 1 minute or 1 second. Can we have it playing?
Were being done virtually, and that's it. So those crooks in Parliament that wanted me to get there in person, in Irish we say "pop my horn," and I'm not going to translate that, but I'm not going there. I'm not.
Was that it? Am I to respond to that, Chairman? Okay.
There is something that was said
Sorry,
in a
must I-
language, through you, Chair. There is something that was said which was not clear in what language it was. Can it be
Irish.
unpacked for us?
It's Irish.
Yeah.
Irlanda.
Can he actually interpret that for us?
Pugmahon, it's a bit like you have to use an analogy because it's not a direct translation. But the Honourable Malema would be able to understand this analogy. It's like saying kill the Boer. Now, does that mean that everybody must go out and shoot? Or what does it mean? And we've seen what the defense was to kill the Boer, that it's a song and that it goes on, however wrong it may be. Pugmahon is also an analogy. It means, literally translated, it means kiss my backside. But it's an analogy.
Okay, thank you. I've heard
It's an analogy, Chairman. It's not. It doesn't mean you must come and do it. It means
when you do the interview on that video,
yeah.
when you make those statements, they show me there. So did you mean to say I must do what you say?
Absolutely not. Unless you've cleaned your teeth first. The reality of the situation is, Chairman, that little excerpt that you've seen there came just before a statement where certain members had publicly stated, I must be brought here in a donkey cart. Now, I can assure you, Chairman, I didn't come here in a donkey cart. I came here in a car.
No,
but
it's fine. I think what we wanted to hear was the interpretation of what is it Pugmahon?
Pugmahon.
Okay, Honourable Souls.
Mr. Sullivan.
Yes.
I want to state for the record that I still believe everything you've done in this country is heroic. I still believe it.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. You believe what?
That everything you've done in the country is heroic. I still believe it.
Thank you.
And I will not move from that based on evidence. So I still believe you're a hero, but you are a hero with holes. Nobody's perfect. Nobody can say that you only do things right. And I want to use my few minutes to say that I also still believe that because of your race as a white man and because of the system of apartheid that governed our country at the time, you had some benefit because of that, because that's systematic. And that contributed to some of the excess that you have received during that time. You've benefited from apartheid like every other white person has, but you used it to sacrifice and serve the country and fight against crime. I want to conclude with something that I believe in. I want to read something for you out of the Bible. to make my point and then I conclude. Ephesians chapter number 6, verse number 14. It says, put on the full armor of God, but then it comes in verse 14 and says, put on the breastplate of righteousness. The NIV says, in place. The reason why the words in place in the NIV is added is because there's the righteousness of God and then there's self-righteousness. So your breastplate of righteousness can be out of place, exposing your heart. When you come across in public as arrogant, as disrespecting authority, you run the risk of all the good work that you've done, all the righteous works that you've done, you run the risk of that display of arrogance and disrespect for authority. You run the risk of people losing sight of the good work that you've done. And that is the caution. Put your breastplate of righteousness in place so that it doesn't elevate self to make it look like you look down on others. I thank you, Chair.
So much. Do you have any comment you want to make?
Chairman, nobody's, as the member mentioned, nobody's perfect in life. And the times at which I may have appeared to be arrogant, there would be times when perhaps I was arrogant. And that was because, Chairman, when you are fighting evil, you can't turn the other cheek. You have to confront it face on. And it's no good being Mr. Nice Guy when you're fighting evil. And when you've got senior police officers, and it's included in my statement, issuing public statements that I'm going to be arrested for this and that and charged with this and that and that. What must I do? Sit and apologize? I come out fighting. And I come out, and it'll be somewhere in that book, and I can't quote it as well as the member does, but somewhere in that book you come out with a sharp sword and you fight back. And if you sow the wind, so you shall reap the whirlwind. And that's the point I was trying to make to some of these people that attacked me unlawfully. And I don't care about the title of hero or anything like that. I care about trying to achieve what I set out to do, which is to unwrap the corruption, the high levels of corruption in this country. And if we can crack that, we have a great country to live in.
Okay. I must give the senior counsel now.
We're going to run out of
2
time.
minutes.
Thank you, Chair. What I'm saying, Chair, we should not be misled here. The interpretation of what we played here is not what the witness is telling us. And the witness must withdraw. He can't call us, this parliament, we are crooks. Yeah. And we must kiss his ass. It cannot be allowed, Chair. You can't just leave him like that. We cannot be undermined by a settler.
Thank you. Honorable James.
Thank you, Chairperson. Now I concur with Honorable Skhosana here, because this witness before us always seems to be in people's backsides with all his insults. He even told Moti to get the Vaseline ready, and today you are telling us that we must lick your ass. I think you owe us an apology. And then also just a clarity-seeking question. When you said that Action SA was formed of criminality, I need you to explain what you mean by that.
Okay. Honorable Ngola.
No, thank you, Chair. Chair, I'm also worried about the kind of S that we are instructed to kiss. What kind of S is that? I mean, that actually requires a serious apology. And I say he's laughing. He thinks we're playing. The things we're playing here, he's laughing. It's not a joke. What kind of S is that we're instructed to kiss? He must withdraw now and apologize officially.
Mr.
Thank you.
Paul O'Sullivan.
Chairman, everything has to be placed in context. And if one wants to analyze the whole of that interview, you will see, Chairman, that allegations were being made by members of this committee or the parties representing members of this committee. Allegations were being made about my integrity, and it was in response to that that I made that comment. And if you take the whole interview and you place it in that context, it's not something that requires an apology. However, in the interest of peace, I withdraw the comment and I apologize most humbly. And I will retract that statement.
Thank you.
Chair.
Honorable Malema.
Mr. Paul O'Sullivan, please, thank you very much for that. And will I advise you to also go to the same platform and retract it from there? Because it was said at the ENCA. Can we agree on that?
Chairman, if I can do it, one thing I've never done is prescribe to the media. But if I can do it, I will do it.
Once you use a platform to say something, there's no way that platform can deny you to come back and retract it.
Chairman, I didn't use any platform. I got contacted by somebody and they insisted on doing an interview. I didn't phone them and say, listen, I want to say these things.
No, Mr. Paul, we are at the same level. You have withdrawn, you have retracted, you have apologized. I'm asking you to do a simplest thing of going back to the ENCA and say, guys, I said this thing on this platform. Can I be given an opportunity to retract and apologize unreservedly?
Chairman,
if you are genuinely meaning what you are saying.
Now I'm trying to answer and then what somebody else is talking. Chairman, I'm prepared to cut a deal. I'm a negotiator. If the honourable member withdraws and undertakes not to use the statement "kill the Boer" again, I will.
You are out of order.
Okay.
You are out of
No,
order.
you have withdrawn without me saying I'm going to withdraw for that. You know there is a judgment. Now you are challenging courts. I'm not going to do that. And you are not in agreement with me. I'm saying to you, you have already done it here.
I'll do what I can, Chairman, to withdraw.
To withdraw that thing at the ENCA.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mr. Paul O'Sullivan,
The problem is, Chairman,
it was said at the ENCA. Are you going to withdraw it at the ENCA?
if I can, I will.
Thank you.
But the problem is, Chairman, I just need to
Bangazita.
mention that we're going to run out of time soon.
Bangazita.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. I was going to also suggest that he also withdraws the reference he made on members of parliament being crooks, because
those
he's
crooks.
painting everybody, all of us,
Those
with the
crooks
same
in
brush.
Parliament. Yeah.
Unless he knows one specific member who is a crook, and then mention that, not just
Well-
a blanket, painting of all members as crooks.
We can be here for another 2 days discussing this, Chairman, because I have actually...
No.
I know for a fact
you
that
are-
there are some crooks in Parliament.
Yeah.
Name them, please, Chair. He must name them. He must not go here casting aspersion on us.
You could have said some.
I think I said so.
Yeah.
Tell us
but-
who's the
but
crooks.
No. You have agreed that you are going to withdraw those statements that you made, isn't it?
That's right, Chairman.
Thank you.
If we
Honorable
can
Ngola.
move on, because I'm going to run out of time.
No, Chair, I'm covered on the first aspect of the crooks thingy. And I think put in correct context, the interview was solely about us calling for his testimony. So saying I am not going to go to those crooks in Parliament means it's the committee, whoever it is. So I also support that it must be withdrawn. Lastly, Chair, ENCA is seated there and they are willing to take him at lunch for an interview. There is the guy for ENCA. I have already negotiated with him that they must take Mr. Paul O'Sullivan during lunch. He must apologize in ENCA. Thank you.
Thank you for that arrangement, Honorable Sols.
Mr. O'Sullivan.
Chairman, I didn't hear. Somebody said something?
Yeah, no, the ENCA is there. They are going to grab you by the hand just for 2
They're
minutes.
going to have to jump in my car and travel with me to the airport, Chairman.
No, it's fine. They are here. They will escort you as you go out.
Mr. O'Sullivan. When the scripture talks,
Sorry, there you are.
when the scripture talks,
Yes,
it's not asking you to be weak. The violent take it by force.
yes.
But don't ever mistake meekness for weakness.
No.
So what you've just done now, by withdrawing, already it will have the impact on the focus being on your evidence rather than your arrogance. So you're doing the right thing when you withdraw. You are on track by putting your breastplate of righteousness in place.
Thank you.
Okay, Advocate Mkhize. Kevin, you'll be ready. You will be ready, ENC. By the door side, I will accompany